Hi guys, welcome to your daily message. Today's message is for Tuesday, December 3rd. Alright, as you guys know, 2019, as you know, you can tune in at any time. Excuse me, I'm having some throat problems, but we'll get through this. Alright, so today's message is definitely coming through for people who may be in, it's supposed to be a little bit like a salve. It's for people who may have been in some kind of third-party situation or something to that effect, where there were choices that another person had, and at the end of the day, they chose somebody else, okay? At the end of the day, they chose somebody else. So let's take a look here. See, we have the third-party situation. We've got the choices for this other person, and then we've got you, the viewer, here noticing that this person, your Six of Cups, or this person with whom you've wanted to be with for so long, or who, you know, for whatever reason there was a deep connection, has selected somebody else, okay? So this is for you. Now, Spirit is coming through because they're saying that, let me get some light in here. Yeah. They're saying that sometimes a choice has been made and the effect is that one person no longer wants to work on the connection anymore or the commitment anymore, depending, or both, you know. And what happens is that could leave you here. Now, this is the Five of Swords, which, you know, speaks about an empty victory, a hard-won lesson, right? Hard-won victory. But what I'm seeing here is that it's coming across more like the grief card, and it's coming across more like shock. So there's an element of shock to this that they want to highlight, where there's a lot of shock that you go through, and you have trouble resisting the change. Oh, my voice. Trouble resisting the change, or also trouble accepting the change, right? So it's like this, you're in this space where the truth has come. Here's the word truth. It's our controlling element today. Where the truth has been given to you, and the truth is in your highest interest, but you are not allowing yourself to accept it. And what that clinch pin is that's stopping you from being able to accept it and to move on is this shock. And sometimes the shock is hard to deal with, and the shock has to, I guess, happen, but it also has to progress so that you can start the grieving process. What happens sometimes is, as you are in this state of shock, you're unable to entertain other options. You're unable to entertain any, especially options that are in line with the truth. For example, this person is not your person. Shock, right? And then the idea is, but here are some other people. You don't even want to listen to that because you're like still here, like, no, this is my person. No, this can't be. Even if you're being told, well, look at what this person is doing, they're with somebody else, they're not honoring you, they're not showing up for this connection, it's like you still don't want to listen, and even if you listen for a little bit, then you go back and you're like, well, maybe it'll happen later, maybe there's divine timing, maybe, you know, maybe he's just scared, you know, how we women are, God bless. All sorts of stuff. Sorry, I'm a little congested and all that good stuff. So today's message is Spirit acknowledging that and saying and witnessing that for you, and saying that that is a very real space to be in. And they're saying a lot of you find yourself in that space and unwilling to hear anything to the contrary. And it's very hard because a lot of times you're still like waiting for justice. Remember, Spirit talked about waiting for justice in yesterday's call, and how when we keep waiting for justice, we're not able to move on because we're waiting for our pain to be witnessed and our pain to be validated, and for somebody to come in and soothe us and say, hey, you know, we see you and we see you and you are so wonderful, and to really mean it, and to whatever they say, for that to plug that hole, that void that's inside. And I'm seeing that here. And they want you to get to a place where you can accept what is being given to you, what is being told to you, so that you can get back on your path and keep going and entertain more. But they do acknowledge that they're thank you, Spirit. They do acknowledge that there are times when you've put in so much and you've gotten so little in return, right? Okay, so let me put on the kettle so I can warm my voice up. Okay, you know, guys, I have to tell you, this video is very triggering for me personally, and so I also know what some of you might be feeling as you watch this video. I just had to take like a little moment to breathe out, get a hot beverage, because Spirit is really getting in there today. So thank you, Spirit, for bringing comfort to us all. Yeah, this is not an easy one. So yes, what I was saying is that this message is definitely geared towards those loving souls who have taken on lifetime challenges after challenges related to love, okay? Now, they're saying this is for those particularly who have been subject to unwanted attention. And when they say unwanted attention, they mean trickery. So seeing these cards here, that's you, super cute, male, female, it doesn't matter. But here is that fox spirit there, that fox, that cunning person. Meanwhile, you're here waiting for something in return. But at the end of and you're gathering all of these hopes and expectations. Look at you. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to man in front of the camera and behind the camera. This is you, male, female, it doesn't matter. And this is that fox spirit that I was just mentioning. This is God. Look, Spirit, look at, it's more like, feels more like a guardian. Got your guards, your guardian angel. Look at him. Oh my God, this camera. Okay. Okay. Can you guys see that? Okay. Sorry, guys, I promise the quality of these videos will improve once I get back home. Once I get home to the States and I get settled, I promise. We won't be having this kind of issue. So just bear with me because I'm a perfectionist. It bothers me a bit. Anyway, so there you are. And there's this fox spirit, this cunning person, this trickery that you have had to deal with. There's that frustration that you've had to deal with as well. And here you are, gathering all of your expectations, lovingly wanting to build this home with this person, having these ideas, just being excited, and then just getting that shock, having that shock. And look at the face. It's like, no, this can't be true. And sometimes the truth is staring us in the face, that the person is not willing to give to the connection anymore, or in a healthy way, and your guides are stepping in to give you that tap on the shoulder to say it's time to tap out. And when you're in that shock mind, your mind might, when you're in that shocked place, your mind might go to the place where it asks, well, is that to tap out and let go for now? Is it going to happen down the line? Right? That in itself could also be a symptom of this inability to accept the truth and what's being offered to you and what's being shown to you and written on the wall, because it's almost like we can't face that truth, so we have to create a back door that will allow us to get out of that situation, that reality, right? And so we have to watch that, guys. That's a hard place to be in, and Spirit is understanding that, and that's why they're coming through to give you this message today. All right, now where do we start? Goodness. Yeah. Let me feel the energies. As I'm seeing this here, I'm seeing that there's a track that is happening. Now, of course, because, oh, excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Because so many of you do tune in daily to watch the show. Thank you for watching the show. And thank you seriously for watching and for listening to the angels. Even if the message isn't for you on that particular day, I hope that you can still get something of value from, the messages that do come through. And even though this message today doesn't pertain to all of you, there definitely is something to be learned. However, some of you have been attracted to this video today to kind of get this message. And what I'm seeing for some of you now or in the future, whoever's watching at any time, this is relating to a love relationship. We see the Lover's card. This is relating to a love connection. Now I'm seeing that in particular, they want you to recognize that it's a one-sided relationship, okay? It's a one-person relationship in that you may think that you're seeing two people in this connection, but there aren't. It's really just you. You're the only one still kind of giving to that connection. And I'm getting this image of somebody sitting alone during the holidays. It's like Christmas time, and sitting alone during the holiday, wondering why this person isn't calling, why this person hasn't sent a gift. This person may call, or you may touch base with them, but it's only for a few minutes, or if they do come over, it's super late at night, and of course it's just to have sex, maybe after they've finished up with their family somewhere, and their, wife, and so I'm seeing all sorts of scenarios here, and it's so devastating. I feel it. Excuse me, even my throat's feeling it. I feel it. So you definitely have my compassion, guys. But I'm seeing that they're saying that for you guys dreaming of this future with this person, what's happening now is they're coming in, this is spirit, and they're plucking out all of these expectations that you had been, putting out there, that you've been telling yourself, that you've been hoping for. They're coming and they're plucking these out. And the next thing that they're doing, and this is how the cards fell like this, is that spirit, they're coming to burn away this contract, right? And they're going to be taking the sword to it. So if this is for you, you will most likely have received hints towards this. You may have gotten readings that are resonating with this. They've been telling you, the signs have been on the wall, at least, and they're saying it's not all going to be, well, I'm seeing that it's not all going to be gentle. Some things they might take a flamethrower to, but they're saying that some things they will be so gentle with that you won't even know. And they're saying, they're making a comment on this, you not even knowing. What that means, that why they're paying special attention to that, is they want you to know that they are making moves that you won't be aware of. And all of that will be helping to bring this to an end, right? Bring it to an ultimate ending. And I also heard penultimate ending. So in that case, for some of you, you just need to get through this last person so that you can get to your real person. Now, that being said, I'm seeing this person here. It says the Strength card, by the way. Let's read that, actually. It says, the person who upsets you most in your life is one of your best teachers. If that person can get inside your head, turn you around, and confuse you, you know that you still don't understand what you are doing. You need more strength. Learn by seeing that your life is a teaching. Like the red lotus healing its pain and inner solitude, gain strength from entering your wounds and learning from them. The magician remembers the trail and takes a different one, even if it is more difficult. In this way, you create your own path as you build strength from it. I'm hearing some of you asking, what cards are those? Because you might be wanting to study with these cards at a later time, self-study. These are the Power Deck cards by, I think it's Lynn. Lynnv Andrews. And you know what? I think that here it is. I think that these cards would be actually amazing to do daily polls, daily reads. That's funny because my eyes fell onto these words, daily commerce and everyday life, just as I said that. So these are absolutely lovely cards. If you're interested in, and I could see some of you definitely pulling a card a day. You can definitely find the names of all of the cards that I work with in my readings in each reading, because I do love to collect cards too, so I know. So anyway, this card is very poignant. It's very appropriate, and for the discussion that we're having. And they're pointing to this. They're saying you're almost through the woods. You have to get to the clearing. You have to accept. There's something that you have to accept, guys. And what I'm seeing is that the question is, what's there waiting for you? Number one, it's peace. That's the first thing. Peace is waiting for you. Once you get into that inner circle with Buddha, the peace can start. But when you're staying outside of it and you're not accepting a truth that is being given to you and being shown to you, it leaves you outside of this peaceful moment that you could be having. It leaves you outside of the magic moment where you can step into a new reality where it's just more peaceful, and things are okay. And I think sometimes we're afraid to take that step and to accept this truth because we haven't put much time into creating a vision of ourselves, for ourselves first of all, and of ourselves having that different reality. So it's like we don't know what that would feel like. To us, the projection onto that future moment is one that sees us feeling alone and lonely and misguided and rejected, and they're saying that's just not true. If you could just accept the truth and walk into this clearing, for some of you, this could be another person that is waiting for you. That's why they said penultimate, right? Could be the penultimate. Penultimate means the one right before the last, right? And so they are showing you that there could be somebody that's waiting to come in for you, the real deal, if only you could step outside of this situation. And for some of you, well, all of you also, this could be yourself as well, waiting there to greet you and to just give you a better life, give you the life that you've wanted, give you the vision for that. And they're saying it's more than just a vision, it's a reality. If you could get over this hurdle of self-loathing is what they're saying, whoa, and also denial. So we'll put these here. Take a little sip. Now, yes. So some of you may be like, is this true? Is this the person that, are they really saying I've got to leave somebody behind? If you were just wondering that, the answer is yes. Okay, the truth. Now, because they all have definitely given you this message, okay? You've gotten this message. Here's the Page of Pentacles receiving, but there is a tendency among us humans, and myself included, to receive information, and instead of seeing it in the truth and the way that we should see it, we tend to see it and we funnel it in, and somehow the truth gets distorted, and it's like, oh, they're saying no, you need to leave, and they're like, oh, okay, I'll keep going. You're like, wait. Ugh. And before long, you're already building the house for this person. So they're showing that, but the proof is in the pudding. As you're building the house, where are the weak points? When you look at it, the weak points are they're there. This person isn't calling me, they're breadcrumbing me, they're flat out lying to me, they're flat out cheating on me, they're flat out giving me to run around, they're already married, they're all of these things. It's like, how could we have that and then have the vision that you are thinking that you're seeing? They're showing how there's a discrepancy there. And it gets harder when there's this introduction of future, and there's this idea that, well, right now this person's not ready, but in the future they are going to be. And Spirit is saying we receive that, we get that, because sometimes that is the dead truth. Sometimes they're saying that is the truth, that this is a divine timing assignment, and that this person is not ready, and that you have to get yourself ready at this time. But they're saying a lot of times that's not the truth. And a lot of times you have the whole host of heaven watching as they wait for you to accept the truth that this is not your person. And they're saying that even during that process, you're never alone. But they do need you to realize the difference. And of course, you're like, well, when do we know what the difference is? Well, first of all, I would say as a reader, and I say this without meaning to create a conflict of interest. If whether you get a personal reading from me or someone else, the personal readings are the best way to know, because it literally taps into your energy and the energy of the people in your field, and that's how you will get more of a definitive answer than what it is that you could ever get in general readings, under which thousands of people come to receive wisdom. Now, that being said, it would beg the question, well, why do we watch these YouTube readings if God is saying, well, you just need to get a personal reading? And the reason why is because there's a lot of wisdom to be gathered in the moment from a lot of personal readings. General readings that you see. But as with anything, you run the risk of overconsumption, number one. So doing too many, like choosing too many. If you're already moving from a place where your compass is set to validate what I want to be true, then you're going to get turned around. If your compass is set to tell me the truth, God, even if it hurts, tell me the truth, then that produces a different string of videos that you'd be attracted to. So it always comes from the inside. What is it that you really are setting your compass to when you get into watching general readings on YouTube? That should help you, okay? If you're not up to getting what's the word? I want to say real reading, but a personal reading. Hold on, let me take a sip here. Okay, so, excuse me. And, yes, and some of you already know what is that you need to do. And for some of you, what you do need to do is dig your heels in and stay committed and stay focused on the connection. And what some of you need to do is to definitely let go, right? And so there's always that concern, which it is. But that brings us back to discernment. Spirit wants us to move from this place here, this Page of Pentacles, with this rainbow and this and that and this rose-colored glasses, to becoming this magician who has everything that they need, and they acknowledge that they have the answers within. And so look how looks more mature. She's taking information as well, but she's working with it. Her rod of discernment is there, and Spirit is all around it, right? And they're saying, there's that song, you know the song, love is all around you. You know the song? There's something, some. Remix. That song, they're saying, for those of you who could get to a place where you are realizing that love is all around you, and you can, I know it sounds kind of lame, it really does, because you're like, I want that love, that's the one I want. But if you can get to a place where you can realize that the love that you're craving from one person can be that void that you're trying to fill with that love that you're craving, can be filled if you would look around you and realize that what you're really craving is not that person. What you're really craving is love to fill those voids and to fill those voices, they're saying, because for a lot of us, the voices from the past are what are creating this compulsion and this perception of a void. What that means is like if your parents didn't love you enough, if people spoke poor faith into you, all sorts of stuff. As an adult, you carry those feelings, you carry those voices that I'm not good enough, I'm not this and that. And what those are really indications of a void that is going on deeper inside of you. And so what they're saying is that once you start to realize that love is actually all around you, and you can pull from different places all of this love and put it inside of you and activate, love for yourself. Once you do that, you'll realize that the void that you've been feeling is slowly becoming filled. They're saying it's not unlike a process that happens for those who want children so badly, and then they find out that they can't have children, God bless you, right? And it's painful because it's like, dude, all these people who, have kids, but they don't deserve them because they're mistreating them, and they're just flowing like water with these kids, and I can't even have any. It's not fair, right? There are all these feelings, but they're saying that those who have mastered that particular challenge start to realize that the love that they want to feel, the birth that they want to give, can be channeled into other things. They could, yes, adopt. They can start a business. They can do a foundation. They can give birth to something else that fulfills them. And through that something else, they can reach many children around the world. They can actually become more of a mother or father to more children than they would have had they had children of their own. And so they're asking you to step outside of your paradigm, your perceptions, and start to see that love is all around you, and that the void that you're actually feeling can be filled. They're saying it really, really can be filled. I know you're thinking, but it's not the same if it's not that person. And they're actually we're seeing your person, and there are better things out there, they're saying, and you think it can't be filled, but we're seeing, and yes, there are definitely different people out there for you. Okay. So that's what they're saying so far. So I know this is like, I guess I could feel the heartbreak, guys. It's my heartbreak, but I feel it also, and for a lot of you, and it's hard. And I'm getting this clock. I'm seeing a clock superimposed on this screen. They're saying the clock is ticking. They're saying that you know what? Thank you. They're so sweet. They're saying, and this is not to introduce false hope for most of you or whoever is on this call. They're saying they will personally tap you on the shoulder and let you know if this is for you. But they're saying for some of you, a select few, remember all of these things come in selection, a select few, if you feel your angels and guides standing over you and giving you this nod and saying this is for you, they're saying that this message is for the person that you're with, if they're with someone they shouldn't be with. This message is for them, that you need to move on from this person, because your person who's watching Jonelle's video is waiting, and the time is ticking, and that's you standing there, by the way, waiting for this person to come through this door and meet you. But this door is not going to remain open for a long time, and this is not an infinite possibility for this person. And they're saying that for you select few on the call for whom this applies, and they will definitely let you know. So if you're not getting a sign that this is for you, then this is you, the viewer, or the rest of you are just watching this and we're eating popcorn because this isn't for us. But they're saying that if this is for you and your person is your person, but they're with somebody that spirit is trying to gently remove or not so gently remove from their hands, they're saying that, they're saying for some of you, you were told to let go during Thanksgiving. During Thanksgiving time, you were instructed to let go of this person because they need you to create some consequences for this person who's still with somebody else, and and they needed you to draw the line in the sand so this person could go through this moment, this tower moment, where they're pushed to let go of this unhealthy connection. I heard unhealthy conversion, but they're saying that if this message is for you, that person has been receiving this message from Spirit to let go. And so for you, they're telling you to pack your bags in case this person doesn't come around, because free will is an element here for you. And just as those of you on this call are being asked to let go of your person because it's not for you, just as you guys may not actually take that advice from Spirit following this call, the same case goes for those of you viewers for whom your person is the person who needs to let go of that third party or whoever, and they may choose not to let go. And so for you, if you've been asked to let go and you've already done it, and you've created this distance so that you could give that push to that person to let go, if they don't, they're telling you to pack your bags and be ready to move on and relocate, because I do see that there is someone else for you. And if this person does not comply, that you are going to be directed to that other person. Okay? So I hope that I used my grammar properly there, and that you guys were able to follow that storyline. If not, just leave a note there in the comments, and leave the timestamp so I can know where to go. Okay? So yes. Alrighties. Now, yes, I'm seeing here receiving. So hopefully you guys are receiving this message today. You're falling into one of three categories. If you're on this call today, you're falling into one of three categories. Ooh, okay. One of four categories. One category is that you're watching and this message is for the person you're in love with. And the message is like, you need to let go of whoever it is because your real person is waiting, and you, the viewer, are the real person. You can rest assured that your person is getting these messages, but you may need to disconnect. Well, no, you have to disconnect for right now, because Spirit is introducing an element of loss for this other person. They have to feel your loss to see what it is that they're taking for granted. Okay? The second group that this belongs to is that you are the one that they're saying you need to let go of this person, because this person that is in your life is unhealthy. They're not for you. And for some of you, your person is coming in after. If you could let this person go, it's a grand lesson. Okay? And if you can see the writing on the wall, make the connections and see that there's a lot of denial within your mind, a lot of false hopes that are given to you. Sometimes you are being misled and gaslit. And they are saying, oh, Spirit wanted to say this earlier, and I'm sorry, I forgot because I was delivering another message from them. They're saying, I'm sorry. They're saying, I'm sorry that you've been put through this. We're sorry that this is happening. And if anyone needs to hear an apology, they're saying, I'm sorry. This is my apology. And I want you to see, if you're listening and you feel that you fall into category 2, how does this sound to you? I'm sorry, but I couldn't make it with you this lifetime. This isn't the path that I'm choosing. You're not the path that I feel is for me. And I've been trying to tell you that in so many ways, but I just haven't been able to come out and tell you in the way that I know I should, which is to be honest with you. And there's just so much going on, and I just feel like maybe for me on some level I have my own voids, and keeping you around and having you there helps me to feel wanted, and helps me to feel loved, and helps me to feel a sense of vulnerability that I won't allow myself to have. It's like somebody can love me, and someone does love me, and I won't return the love because I can't, and I don't know how to, and I don't know how to create love. And so I have to have that cushion under me, having somebody giving me that nurturing that I didn't get as a child, because I didn't know what love was. And this feels good, but I don't know what to do with it. Okay? And I just feel like I can't love you. Not in a way that would give you the love that you need. Okay? So how does that feel coming from your person? If that rings true, if it makes you cry, if it triggers you, if you know that to be true, people from group 2, then I want you to understand that there's, Spirit is saying we're sorry, and this is definitely for you to release this, for this person to release. Okay, for you to release this person. All right. So group 3, the third group of 4 that I'm seeing, you guys are just on this call, but this isn't for you. You're grabbing popcorn right now. You're enjoying a daily lesson. And I'm hearing almost at a lady's lesson. You heard that? You're enjoying a lady's lesson. You're here to learn a lesson. And it could help you to put something in the past into perspective. It could be something in your tool belt. It's just, or you're just here because you're being blessed and your angels have brought you here, and you're here. You could be giving, maybe what you can do as an audience member is give love to those. And you can leave comments of love and understanding and of wisdom that maybe you've transmuted something like this already, so it's still kind of in your energy field, but you're over it, and that's what it brought you here, because it's in your energy field, but you're over it, you've transmuted it. Maybe you have something of wisdom to offer in a kind and compassionate way, because remember, even your words can be triggering to people who are in this situation, so your vocabulary choices, your perspectives. So if you want to leave words of wisdom and joy and compassion, and like, you can do this, and you will get through this, if you want to leave that in the comments for those people, feel free. And the last group, thank you. And the last group that I'm hearing, getting, is group 4, and you people are here because this might be something you may go through in the future. You may be geared up for a lesson with somebody, and maybe what we've all gone through and what we're still going through here can help you to nip it in the bud when you see it. This kind of behavior, nip it in the bud, because you don't want someone leaving you out in the cold, right? As I said that, I'm hearing a group of you. Sorry, I gotta sneeze, guys. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Excuse me. I'm hearing a group of you. It's like a group of you coming forward, and there's one lady. I'm seeing a really nice like dry, like all of our hair is dry, right? But the hair is a little dry. It looks a little bit frazzled, but it's got curl. It's a little bit reddish copper, but like a Susan Sarandon, when her hair is like a dryish looking red, not like super red and brilliant, right? She's coming through, and I heard her say, yes, we do. Yes, we really, really, really do. Meaning we really, really do want to be in a situation that's one-sided, okay? And she's not alone coming forward. She's just a spokesperson. And I just saw her face right here. She's like, the eye, and then the little cheek blush, and the little, she's like, yep, we do. And so what she's coming through to teach us is that a lot of us, we were choosing this. We're choosing to be in these one-sided relationships. Whether or not you realize it, you may be like, why would I choose that? But I'm hearing that voice. That's the voice that's coming from the core wound that says, yes, we do. And to answer that, the reason why you would choose on a subconscious level to be in it is because you're on a belief that you're unlovable. And remember, when you're operating on that belief, that is what informs your point of attention and a point of attraction, and that creates the reality for you. Because if you had somebody who really wanted to love you, it would turn you off so much, because they're incompatible to what it is that you are vibing with or you're working with in an inner level. So you have to change the core beliefs around yourself and your lovability, so that you can communicate and really feel to yourself, I'm lovable, I'm worthy, and then create the conditions in your environment for people who can love you to come in. And once they do that, then you'll start to live a completely different life, okay? But until then, you're going to keep attracting people who aren't going to love you, because you're getting what you want. And as you heard these lovely ladies stepping forward to say, and there were a group of them, guys, they were like, yes, we don't want a two-sided relationship. Now, if you have to ask yourself, why wouldn't I want a two-sided relationship? I'm getting, for some of you, this goes back to college days. You were really, really hurt. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to curse, but that's some fucking bullshit that you had to go through, okay? That's the energy I'm getting. It's some real bullshit at the college level. And I feel that some of you may have become stuck in an emotional cell because of that. I'm getting what we call today sexual abuse, sexual assault, indiscretions, cheating, sidelining, gaslighting. I'm seeing a lot of things that had no name back then that we could give a lot of names to now, and it's just a lot of bullshittery on the male and female side. And I'm seeing at a time when a lot of people are coming into freedoms. I'm free, I can date around, I can have whatever I want. Unfortunately, that's the age, and a lot of us get caught in that melee with dealing with immaturity, lots of alcohol. And if you were growing up in the 60s and the 70s and dear God, the excess of the 80s, you know, the entitlement of the 80s, the coke of the 80s, the free love of the 60s, no rules of the 60s, and the 70s just there, you know, with all sorts of stuff. And like, you probably were interfacing with people who were malicious, inconceivably, unconscionably malicious in this newfound freedom, and not understanding that there are consequences. A lot of people talk about this day and age now as the Me Too age and the ultra PC, you know, politically correct age, and the age where there's too much defining. We need to define, and the labels, and you know, that's a backlash to some shitty effing stuff that has been going on. And if a person says, I want you to call me by these pronouns, damn it, call them by the pronouns, okay? Why? Because you know what? You've been mislabeling them for a while. You've been treating them like crap for a while. And it's time to start listening to voices from people. Me too. That's my voice, okay? That's what you got to listen when people say, me too, that's my voice. Black Lives Matter, that's my voice. You know, pronouns matter, that's my voice. I'm pansexual, that's my voice. The reason why is because a lot of you have been going through a lot of shitty experiences in the past, and you're still stuck in the results and the trauma created by that. And we see that society as a whole is traumatized. And as a whole, they're in defense mode. They're in this mode where, like, I need you to see me, and I need you to call me by my name, and I need you to do this because that's where I'm at. And that's a global thing, yes, but that's very much in America right now. And for you, on the individual level, you see yourself stuck in these relationships, and I'm seeing a lot of you because these are things that have been planted in your mind, you're rooted in you from decades ago, from where you're just mistreated. You're dealing with family members who didn't know better, they were mistreated, they carried on the cycle, they were not in this revolution, this time of revolution and needing to think and think and think before you speak, and they messed you up. And college, good God, I felt that energy in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. Oh God, sorry guys. It hurts. So what I'm saying is I respect where you are, a lot of you, when you're trapped in this cycle and having these poor beliefs about yourself. But you have to understand they're not true. They're not true beliefs. If you can stay in that space of understanding that, you will have wisdom. If you understand that I'm stuck in a belief system that isn't true, because the truth is I am loved. That's it. As we talked about yesterday, I'm loved unconditionally, and that means I'm loved and I'm lovable because I exist. Once that is your truth, you will be vibing with true wisdom, and all of these falsehoods will start to disappear, and you can no longer, it's impossible. You will no longer attract people who will do this to you. You guys got to get on that book, A Course in Miracles. Some of you have been on it already, right? God bless you. Because they say only love is real. And a lot of you give Marianne Williamson, a hard time because you've been introduced to her through politics. But I want you to understand that in her political role, I'm getting her energy right now. She's saying in her political role, she's there to reach that platform. And she's saying, I'm just going to use her first person, saying, I've been doing this for a long time. You have to understand, this is my work. I work here at this level. And so I want to say thank you to you for bringing me through in this message, because this is where I am. It's about returning the love. This is where we are here. And if you are getting stuck along the way, you need to reach out. You need to read. You need to reach out to me by reading. And you have to understand that there's no one else in this equation but you. You are the only person that is here that can make this change in your life. Okay? So don't listen to me if the political stance is not what's going to help you. If you need the book itself, the wisdom is there for you. You have to reach out and you have to read it. And I will be there as a teacher. I'm online. I'm here in spirit. I'm working with all of you. I'm working through channels as this one right now. And I want you to get up and do what it is that you need to do, because you're lost. You're all sheep and you're lost. And that's what I'm here to do. Okay? So that's her, and she just said thank you as she's pulling back her energy. So I had to laugh. That was me. I laughed because so guys, if you don't know, I give shout outs to other readers because I do watch other readers, guys. I'm a reading fiend. Okay, so when I give you advice about don't get lost in readings, I know because I'm there. But I want to M Intuition Tarot. Your energy came through for a second there while Marianne Williamson was through. Sorry, I had to laugh because if you guys heard me laugh, because I heard your energy come through there. Guys, so yeah, if you guys haven't checked out M's page, M Intuition Tarot, check her out. I've gotten a reading with her, and she's really, really good. So if you ever wonder who your readers get readers with, I've gotten reading from her. She's great. She's doing great work, working on her project. It's her spiritual life mission that she's doing right now, doing the cards that she's making, doing the readings. So definitely get over there and get readings from her, because that's who I get readings from. Ray of Light Tarot, of course. Jason is another one that I get personal readings from. And also Soul Empress Tarot. I was trying to remember the name. Christina, right? If excuse me. So definitely, and those are the ones I like to get readings from, but there are others that I definitely love to look. I keep wanting to give a shout out to all these readers, so I'll do that right now. Thanks guys for being patient. Erica Elmuts, Erica Erika, I think. Elmuts, Elmuts. She does a lot of twin flame stuff. For her, if she appears to you, and if you see her readings, go, but it's not for everybody. And, so, yeah, she's even coming through to say that energetically. Yeah, sorry guys, if your energy's coming through, I'm not calling you in, sorry. Your spirit's coming through. Yeah, it's not for everyone. She works with a select few set of people, but she's top notch. Another one is, I think her name is, it's Emily, Twin Flame Guidance 5555, something like that. You guys might have seen her. She's very good as well. Anyway, I love Mystic Beauty. I think I can't remember if she has 2 T's in there or 2 E's or something, but Mystic Beauty, yeah, there are many, 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 many great readers, and those are just some that I can name off the top of my head. But definitely look them up. Going back to the reading, though, but that's all part of the reading, by the way, just so you know. Spirit doesn't mince words in my readings, okay? Now, anyway, so some of you may need to seek readings from those people that I just said, or check out their page. They might have a reading for you, or some jewelry that you might help you out. God bless. Look, Marianne Williamson came through to say, listen, yes, return to love. Okay, see, her energy's here again. So remember, when you speak, people, they're right there. There really is no separation. So they say, be mindful of how you speak of the dead, because they're not dead, right? But they're not. They're just at a different frequency, and they can hear. All right. Anyway, so that being said, the reason why I feel, see, they don't mince words. The reason why that I just told you that little thing about be mindful of how you speak about those in spirit is because spirit is also saying you can use that as a tool. Oh shoot, I heard weapon, as a weapon. Yeah, a lot of you may use that as a weapon. Ooh, some people do. People who do, I'm not even going to bring them into this reading because this isn't a space for them. But some people can use that, they're saying that divine word, using your voice and stuff to connect to people. They may misuse that, but they're saying you can use it as a tool of healing. When it comes time to let go from somebody or tell them your feelings, speak your feelings they're saying on an international level. Oh, they're saying this works for people internationally divided, things like that. Speak. Don't hold on to this. For example, if I'm in love with squirrel spirit, whether squirrel spirit is in love with me or not, right? We don't care, but he's here. I can say to him at any time, you saw how I just said Marianne Williamson's name and she came through, right? It's just that quick. And that was her voice. She just said, it's just that quick. It's just that quick, she's saying. So she's like, return to love. That's her spiritual mission, guys. That's why she's really, you got to follow her if that's where you'd like to be as well, where we all should be, she's saying. But if you speak to the squirrel spirit and you, for example, and say, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I need space. I need love. I need this. And when you did this, it made me feel this way. You have to be of that mindset, guys, okay? And you have to know that you are powerful beings. If you've been watching my daily readings, you know that there was at a time when Spirit was trying to impress upon you how powerful you guys all were, how powerful you all are. And this is one of those abilities that you have, to speak to each other in spirit. Those people who you're not speaking to, family members, those people that you are angry or you're sad or whatever, speak to them in spirit. They will hear that. Now, I said squirrel spirit. I really wanted to say squirrel book stand because that's what he is. But I thought, let me look for squirrel spirit anyway. Squirrel spirit is saying, believe in yourself. You can do this. You have these abilities. All of you have these abilities, okay? And so you have to just work it. Get on it. All right. Now I know I'm going to be late for work. Let's check the time here. What time is it? Oh, it's going on to 8 o'clock. Okay, well, sure. Work starts at 8:30. It's a soft start, but still. All right, so thank you, everybody who's coming through. And I think I'm going to be doing more channeling, by the way. More like people coming through like Marianne Williamson came through. And notice I was just like, all right, just let her talk. And so she was speaking from a first-person point of view. The Spirit has been trying to get me to feel more comfortable with that process, guys. So, so I'll let you know that was a successful one. But sometimes I just prefer to use third person. So they're saying, he's saying, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so let's see. Yes, I love this card. I just want to show it to you. You know why? Because first of all, he's hot. Okay, and secondly, Secondly, look at the compassion in his eyes. Automatically, I think, Archangel Michael. right? But it doesn't have to be Archangel Michael. Who do you see when you look into this? Do you see your mother? Do you see your father? Do you see yourself? First of all, what do you see? What do you see when you look into those eyes? Do you see sadness? Do you see love? Do you see a mirror image? Do you see a brother who's passed? Whatever you see, right? It's a mirror for you. But know that Spirit is watching over you. Spirit is watching you. We saw Spirit, your Spirit guide coming through. Your guardian angel coming through actually right here. Yeah, that's a different role. Look at your guardian angel being right here. He's looking at all this tomfoolery going on. He's like, wait, hold on now. You know, wait a second. But look at the compassion that's in you. I just saw excitement. I saw exuberation, excitement. I'm seeing anger now. Now I'm seeing this through the eyes of you guys, right? So that's why the expressions are changing. I'm seeing a surfboard. I'm seeing a promise for passion coming in. I almost said the Japanese word, shumi. No, passions, like hobbies coming through. I'm seeing divine wind. There's a divine word coming through. And it's interesting because as I'm doing this reading, I'm feeling people dropping in from different places. So I'm not sure how, but people coming in, like in spirit, they're coming in to watch the reading. So I don't see that. I don't know why that happens, guys, but maybe it's just we're all here. I don't know. They need to get some kind of message. So I want you, some of you readers as well out there, in case you didn't know my experience, because I know some of you who watch are readers, you may not reach for other people, read for other people. You may read for yourself, or some of you may read for other people. So I'll share my experience with you sometimes. I've noticed as a reader that sometimes, a lot of times actually, people that I know in the physical will come and drop in spirit. Their spirit will come and drop in. They'll be like, can I watch the reading? I'm like, yeah, sure, do you. And sometimes other spirits will come in as well, as you see, not only to speak, but also to watch and to learn. And I think that some of those people are you guys watching the videos, and some are people who will not watch the video, but their spirit wants to get something from the message, and so they come and they show up to learn. And sometimes as well, I've noticed that people in the non-physical will come and ask for a reading, and maybe that person in the non-physical is also in physical. I don't know. Right? Sometimes they'll come and ask for a reading, or they'll drop in, and I may never, and sometimes it's people I know in the physical, but I'll never talk to them about this. They may not even know I do this, but their spirit will come and ask for a reading. Like, so things like that. And there have been times when I have gotten a reading in a dream from somebody else who is a reader in real life. I've gotten a reading from them in a dream. So I want you guys to know that the veil is thinner than we know. It really, really is. The veil is thinner than we know, and you never know what's going on. And maybe I should clean up my apartment a little more. Sorry. Which, anyway, that's my ego. Like, oops. But anyway, my point is, guys, so a lot of you, perhaps there are people on this call who need to hear that message there. So going back to this, I'm seeing this changing. Spirit is saying there's so much possibility for us. So we have to let go of these roadblocks. So if you were part of group 2 here, where you've been asked to let go of a relationship, this really, really is for you. You've got so much going on. I'm seeing the shock in your eyes here. And I have to be honest. I'm seeing for some of you, the resolution, and that look at the eyes. Their eyes are hard, the neck is taut, it's firm, and the look is a little menacing, and the look says, I'm going to read it, I'm just going to tell it to you in the tone. You are going to have to pry this person from my cold, dead hands, because you are not going to take this from me. I am not giving this up. And for those of you, staunch, okay, you are group 2. Not all of you in group 2 have this energy. Please show me the people in group 2, right? There are some of you that belong to that. And some of you, I'm seeing in your eyes, you're lost in your head. You are lost in your head. You can't see. Now, I'm getting turned back to group 1. Remember, group 1 are the people who your person is being told to let go of a third party or a karmic situation or something so that they can return to you. They can come to you. Marianne Williamson is coming in to say you are the light for this person. You are the way, and whether you realize it or not, thank you, whether you realize it or not, you are the compass of love for this person. They may not be coming towards you because they're stuck, but you are the compass, and they know that you are the right path. Without you, there would be no grounding, no orientation for this person. They would be completely lost. So in a way, you're tethering this person as an anchor of love. And as an anchor, it's hard because you're stuck underwater in the ground. And, you're at the ocean floor, guys. And so thank you, Marianne. She's saying that, yeah, thank you. She's saying that you're providing a holy service. Yeah, she's like, just like she is, right? Ridicule, no one knows, right? But that's her service, what she's providing. But for those of you in group 1, you are a compass, as she said. You are a compass for this person. But I'm seeing, if you're in group 1, your person belongs to group 2. And I'm seeing a lot of them being lost in their head, lost in their minds. And there's a lot of denial, okay? But I'm seeing for some of them, they're saying there's only a matter of time before they can keep up this staunchness, this lying to themselves, because the tears, the sadness it's too great. It's coming out. And I'm seeing this person's lips starting to tremble. And once the lips start to tremble, this whole jaw area starts to tremble, it breaks. And what happens is all this light will start to come out, and they will see their path. And they will come. Just like a lot of you, like I said, I was feeling earlier, a lot of you belong to group 2. And you are your person who may be person group 1, your person is right there. If you can get rid of this person group 2, you will be in the clear. You will be there. You will come. And you will be reaching there. I want you guys to notice that the wisdom card has come out 2 times. The truth card has come out as well. So think about that as 3 times. They want you to take all this information and be wise with it and to know where you are. The divine order card is here, equilibrium. Spirit is saying that yes, things are in divine order, but as you can see, as Jason Brufton from Ray of Light Tarot would say, what does he say? The spirit is at war with the flesh. He also says that. It's where the spirit is at war with the flesh, right? So a lot of people are dealing with addictions, and we see that you don't have to have a substance to be addicted. All you need is a core wound, and the addiction can follow. All right? Now, to close this, because your girl, me, God bless, has to go to work. Now, I know this is work as well. I'm doing my work here, but doing this. But, I can't tell that to my boss at work. They don't care. All right? So, let me just read for you guys what messages came through before I started the reading. I'm just going to tell it to you. They said, accepting truth. So this message is all about accepting truth. When one person doesn't want to work on it anymore and it's too hard for the other person to accept the truth, it can be like a shock. So, Spirit came through this is a salve, guys. S-A-L-V-E. It's meant to soothe you today and give you truth. They're saying, allow the truth to transform your life. A lot of you are blocking that transformation from occurring, group 2. All right? And group 4, if this is for you in the future, this is something that may develop for you in the future. So you may think you belong to group 3, where you're just watching the video with popcorn, and this has nothing to do with you, or you've transmuted it. But it may be that you may also belong to group 4, because it may come up again for you. Another message, sometimes you just need to do it out of virtue. You can't go on living the way that you're living. Something has to give. The virtue card was here. Sometimes they said, sometimes you just have to let go of this person out of virtue. I don't think I need to read that. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, they're so great. And what do they mean by that? Like, you can't keep sitting at home alone on these Thanksgiving and Christmas and your birthday and Valentine's Day and all sorts of things. You come home at night and you're just waiting for this text, and you're centering your day around this person's breadcrumbs. Like, just for the dignity of it all and just for sheer necessity, you just have to get out of it. So sometimes you just need to do it out of virtue. Because you can't go on living the way you're living. Something's got to give. The next thing that they say, this is the age of wisdom. And they mentioned that during the reading, didn't they? This is the age of wisdom. This is completely the age of wisdom. We saw how our past, they came through and talked about the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and this craziness. And we're living in an age of wisdom where everything is on YouTube. Everything is at the touch of a button. You have access to all sorts of beliefs, all sorts of everything, which gives you, and especially living in the United States with this sheer diversity in all ways, we're kind of like on the front lines. We're having dialogues that many other countries haven't even gotten to. Dialogues, we've had dialogues about feminism. We're still having it. We're asking. We're in feminism 6.0. What does it really mean? Blah, blah, blah. We're in dialogues around sexuality, around race, around class, around politics, around love, around religion, around, you name it. We're in dialogue about it, about ethical treatment of animals. So what looks like melee and craziness, and that's why Marianne Williamson said, yes, that's why I chose to work here. This is the epicenter of all that's happening. You guys, whatever's happening in the States sounds like craziness, but we are on the front lines, and we have been a leader of new thought for a long time. People get down on Americans and they talk about how we're a lost people, how we crazy, and we are. How we're just a young country and we think we're a planet of our own. But you know what? Sometimes it takes isolation from everywhere in order to, and that's how our country was. That's part of how it was founded, isolating itself, right? Sometimes it takes that isolation for new ideas to be given birth to, right? And a lot of craziness has happened, too much, right? But we're having dialogues which are allowing us to define and redefine and redefine and redefine. From that can come nothing but wisdom. And so that they're trying to say this is an age of wisdom. Don't let it pass you by. Don't hold on to things that no longer serve your purpose. Group 2, get rid of this person, because you have everything at your disposal to hear these messages, and you got a lot. Okay, we have a lot, and it's hard, but they're pushing us. And another thing they just said is wisdom. That's their note, just wisdom. And the next thing they said is receiving information and letting the trust build, building trust and spirit. So they're seeing that, yes, receive that information. Oopsies. Receive it and let trust build. Let it build. Start to understand it. Start to be of the mind that, yes, this is not what I want to hear, but if it means having a better life, I'll sit in it a little bit. God, show me what I can have, right? Start to build that trust. And they're saying to know that this doesn't happen overnight. Building trust doesn't happen overnight. They understand that. They're saying that, oh, thank you, Spirit. A lot of them are starting to leave now. Thank you, bye. Because I'm ending the call soon. Thank you so much, guys. Let's. I feel like a teacher in my classroom. Usually I'm like, guys, thank you to the guest speakers. Thank you so much for coming by. Amen. I just wanted you guys to know that my twin was on the call. He belongs to, I don't know what group he belongs to. I'm hoping he belongs to group 2 and he needs to get rid of these people so he can be with me. But at this point, it doesn't matter. But in the non-physical, he's here. We're not in communication, by the way, in the physical. But anyway, amen. So I just want you guys to know that, thank you guys for coming by. But I want you to know that they said this doesn't happen overnight. They're saying that you need to take time to trust the information that's coming in. Yeah, and they're saying also for me, even if we don't know if the information that's coming in, the leave this person alone, this and that, if that's true for us, sit with it and see how it makes us feel. And they're saying the lesson to be brought through that could be in the resistance, in your resistance to it. And so, for example, you may have people telling you this person isn't the one for you, and may marry like people in group one. This is coming through for people in group one. Some people, even readers, may be getting the message because that's what they're supposed to get for you. Yeah, they're saying sometimes the message for you is to let go of the person. And the reason why is because you have to be made to believe that this isn't your person. And you need to be able to sit in those feelings. What if this person isn't for you? How can you feel, excuse me, how does that feel with the resistance? What does it do to you? What does it hurt inside of you? What core wound does it trigger? Because that's a trigger for healing for you. And God is saying for those of you in group one, what is for you can never be taken from you. And so if you've ever heard the words, this union is protected, and some of you have, if God has ever said to you, if an angel said to you, if you heard it, this union is protected, then you belong to group one. And it's almost like whatever's been told to you, if you need to let this person go, you have to know that that is a temporary thing, but it's true. You have to let them go in this moment, and you have to feel the pain, and you have to feel the uncertainty about whether this person's coming back, because there are some things there are some wounds, guys, and this is for all of us. There are some wounds that are so deeply embedded that we cannot get to it otherwise until we are in certain states of mind. All right? So I want to give a shout out to a watcher, one of you, Chia Lane, who might be watching this. Yay, hi. Let me know. Because sometimes there is a wound that's inside that needs to be given. You need to get to that wound, and sometimes you can't be brought to that wound until you're told something that is so hard for you to accept. And maybe that's your answer that you've been seeking, right? Amen. Thank you guys for bringing this message. They're saying to let the information flow, guys. They're saying at any given time, let the information flow. Sit with it, lean into it, because it's supposed to create tower moments within you. And I'm seeing now the human body where there are just little tower cards just exploding throughout your body, throughout your body. I'm feeling it, I'm seeing it. And the reason why is those are the different wounds that are being triggered, and they're being worked on when you hear certain news. And so, guys, sometimes you guys may get a reading from somebody and they tell you something, and it can be like a shock. You have to understand that readers get what they're supposed to read for you. So sometimes people will say, oh, this reader's better than that reader, and this one's worse than that reader. But you have to change the language around that. The language has to change to become, I vibe with this person where I am right now in my journey. And you may find that you will gravitate towards different readers at different times in your journey. It's not because they're a bad reader. It's because you were given what you needed to hear in that moment. Unless they really are bad, and that's more like maybe as a reader they're not taking care of themselves, and so therefore they're not able to interpret what's being given. That's another thing altogether, and your angels will help you with that. But sometimes you're told something at a certain time because it needs to trigger certain wounds within you, and then you may go somewhere a little bit later and get a different reading from someone else because something inside you has changed, right? And sometimes it hasn't, and that's why you get the same message, right? But either way, guys, even as we readers, we are tools to be used. And I feel, why is this message coming through me? Okay, I'm gonna give it, because there's so many of you watching. There's reasons. So for readers, if you're watching this as well, and for people watching, as readers, we're used as tools. So we are to be used as tools, but not to be abused. So Spirit is coming through to remind you that daily lessons are coming through for you guys, not just through this channel, but through other people, right? And this channel, they meant me. Oh, me! As a channeler. Okay, I get that. But through other people and other ways, and you have to come with a certain amount and a certain level of respect. And they're saying that, ooh, this is for some of you guys, what y'all be doing? They're saying if you can't respect the channeler, how can you respect the message? Because God chose the channel for it to come through. They chose that person for it to come through to give to you as a gift. Okay? And they're saying they don't care how much money you pay for a channel, for a channel, they're calling us channels, to give you the reading. You have to see it as a gift, and you have to receive it as such, because you could be wandering around in the desert for 40 years, but you're not, because you're having access to somebody who is here for you in the age of wisdom. And they're saying for a lot of you, it's coming free of charge through these readings, these YouTubes, all that stuff. And they're saying you have to have respect for that. And they're saying if you can't have respect for the channel that you're watching, at least have respect for the message. I think you guys get messages and you just toss them aside. It's like shopping around, they're saying. And they're saying nothing good can come of that. And they want you to have respect. And they're saying that in your shock, when you receive these messages that shock you, you have to respect it. Oh, they're even like they're there, right? You have to respect it, and you can't walk all over your channels, is what they're saying. So, oh, that is big. Wow, they're really going hard, because I don't have a problem with this on my page. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. But they're saying a lot of you, they're saying they're watching the messages that you're leaving on these forums for these people who are divinely ordained to receive messages for you. You're leaving messages of hate. You're tearing down messengers. That's what they're saying. Oh, that one actually hurt, because I think that hurts for them. And it actually hurt because I felt that. You're tearing down messengers. And to you, they may look like people on YouTube wearing a t-shirt and doing this and doing that and giggling and writing letters and using charms and talking about scripting and, all sorts of stuff. You people are doing many things out there, right? But they are divine messengers, and you have to respect that. They're saying because you may be entertaining angels and you don't know. They're saying you're seeking angels and you're seeking angelic advice about devils. They're saying, right? And you are treating the angels that are put in your place like trash. And this is not for all of you. This message is clearly not for all of you, but it is for some of you. And they're saying that for you guys, and I know I'm seeing them targeting that energy, and it's like, so that's what they're doing right now. And I'm seeing a beam of yellow light going straight to people. So if you know the beam of light is on you right now, if it's you, you're going to know it, because you might start squirming, because they're nipping something in the bud here through this channel. And they're saying, yeah, I just saw the word comment right here. They're saying on here, okay, they're saying that they're watching you, and they're saying that you will be cut off if you're not careful with the way that you're receiving channels and the information, because you cannot abuse these people, because they work for God. They're messengers. And that does include people, and not, this is not to scare people, I'm just the channel I'm just bringing through. That does include people who use the evil eye on others. They may see people, these channels, these divine messengers on YouTube and Instagram and all that, and they literally cast stuff onto them. They're saying don't do that, because they see you, and I want to say hell hath no fury
than an angel scorned, okay? To be honest. That's the feeling. So they're saying that if that's you and you're coming across this reading, then they're saying beware, because they will cut you off and you will receive karmic justice for that, because these are divine messengers, and I wanted to say messages, but they're correcting me. Divine messengers, and they bring wisdom, and if you so much as touch them, there will be repercussions. Wow, that is very strong. Thank you, angels. And they're saying we don't want to mince words. And they're reminding me I do have to get to work. Thank you. But they're saying we don't want to mince words. And they know, and you guys know through my channel, they don't. They're like this. We don't want to mince words. So this, I think this message means something. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I got that. Got it. Okay, I got that. All right. Okay. Sorry, that was very poignant. All right. So I think, okay, that's a message for some people out there, a group of people, and thank you, Spirit. Oh, they really protect us. They do. That's a message for a group out there. I'm not going to touch it. And that was for them. All right. And anyway, guys, your girl, I have to go to work, and we want to say thank you to our divine channelers. They're saying that thank you, God, for protecting us channels, because, it's not easy. All right. Anyway, guys, I love you guys. Mwah. You guys know if you want a reading. See, they just said divine reading. Amen. Thank you for that, Spirit. They're saying if you would like a divine reading, please do let me know. Reach out. My box is below. If you'd like to donate because you're awesome and I'm awesome and God is awesome, please feel free. And what else? And thank you, God, once again. On behalf of all of us messengers, thank you. Yeah, I'm sure our beloved channel, Mana, remember Mana channel, would be happy for that message as well. Adelina Bond. So thank you, guys. Amen. Mwah. All right. Bye.